involved in it, you'll
The gray Nissan NV 1500. It's on White Oak. I will let you know in a second.
Direct 2106.
AV7.
Step 1, 2106. Go ahead.
646, can you advise the dispatch times?
12:27:29 on tag for me.
You can go ahead when we're ready. 10 for 19, 14 hours.
7 Frank Robert 4886.
Stand by.
1240.
1240, go ahead.
Trying again for a PIO ETA.
609.
609.
1246 for PO ETA. Coming back. 99 reported 8/17/2024, a 2004 Toyota Corolla.
So all of these different agencies have a great deal of intelligence that they can share with local agencies to, again, immediately abate the threat and also to expedite the likelihood of catching the individuals responsible, stopping them, and even if you catch them and get them in custody, getting information from them to make sure there are not other people involved who weren't even on the scene, who may not have been involved in the event tonight, but may be planning some other event. You have to take all that in consideration. As I said before, Kai, you rule everything in before you rule anything out. You take the worst case scenario rather than looking for the silver lining in these situations. The public usually looks for the silver lining. Police departments, police officers, police agencies, federal agents deal with the other things in terms of putting together a case to prosecute who may have been responsible for this and finding out in the days, weeks, and months ahead how this thing came together.
Dr. Power, certainly a lot of questions tonight. We are going to go back to our Jessica Babb on the scene. We're still waiting to hear from police. It sounds like that could be any moment now, but we are also seeing that some other county officials may be on the scene out there tonight. Jessica, what are you learning?
Yeah, we are still waiting for police to come to the staging area, but we are starting to get a little bit more information. Baltimore County Police over social media putting out, confirming that it was a shooting in the 8500 block of Loch Raven Boulevard. They say that multiple people have been transported to area hospitals, and so far they say the investigation obviously is still ongoing. We know that the press officer is still on the scene, but we also know that some county government officials like Johnny Olszewski, the county executive, also the county administrative officer, they have also said that they were on the scene and they are monitoring this situation closely. I've also reached out to my sources and contacts with the county government as well to get some more information from their end on what might be going on. Of course, I am still waiting to hear back, but we know that county officials are on the scene as well. And again, hoping to hear back from police in this media staging area. Hopefully they'll address us at any point now, but they have confirmed that it was a shooting in the 8500 block of Loch Raven Boulevard. As we've been reporting, multiple people transported to the hospital. Again, still waiting to get some more, but we know at least one person could likely be dead. But that is what we know so far, and as we learn more, we will again keep you posted.
All right, Jessica, and how close are you exactly to the scene? Are there any other people around, especially around the funeral home tonight, or is everybody pretty much cleared out?
So when I was over there at the scene by the funeral home, there was a lot of people, onlookers, people who live in the area, maybe even people who were at some of the shops when this happened, who were all gathered around behind the police tape. Really just people trying to figure out what was going on, people who either heard gunshots or saw the chaos and saw the first responders, really trying to get some more information. Where I'm at right now is the Media Staging Center, which is about half a mile away. We're at Pleasant Plains Elementary School. So right now, people who had gathered around the scene, they're not with us right at this moment. They were still on the scene where everything is currently unfolding at this moment. But if we can get back there, we'll definitely be sure to talk with them more about what they heard and what they saw. Again, right now, our priority is trying to hear from police and trying to get more information about the events that led up to this and really what the investigation is showing so far. Maxine?
Yeah. Jessica, I was just going to ask you, I know you said you're a little bit of distance away, but from where you are, can you see the collection of evidence of any kind of way? Is it just too dark and too far away to see anything like that?
Yeah, we're many streets away. Like I said, we're half a mile. I can't actually hear a helicopter above me right now. It's not clear if it's related to this investigation or not, but we are extremely close. But we're not close enough to be able to show you what's happening. Like I said, we're many streets away, half a mile away. So unfortunately, there's no scene behind us to give you a better idea. But I do know we have cameras there, so hopefully those feeds are working for you.
Yeah, and when you were over there earlier and you took those pictures, you mentioned all those police lights. Were you able to get an eye on that car that might have been involved that caught fire? So from my vantage point, again, there was so much going on the street when we were there, and so many first responders kind of blocking the view from where this funeral home was. I was standing across the street from the Johnson Fosbrink funeral home. I was not able to see a car. I was not able to see remnants of a fire. Again, first responders had entirely blocked all of that just with how many there were. I could see crowds of people, I could see groups of firefighters, but I couldn't see an actual car on the scene. Again, just so much going on. Just to give you an idea, I know we've been saying it's a sensitive scene, but I couldn't even get a glimpse of the entire scene, which doesn't always happen. Many times when we go to scenes when there's breaking news, we can get a clearer picture of what's going on, but there was just so much going on at this scene that it was hard to get that picture. And again, I couldn't see that car, I couldn't see remnants of a fire. We just saw first responder after first responder, fire trucks, police officers blocking off the area, and just crowds and crowds of first responders trying to respond to this. And because it's such a big response, that's why likely we still haven't heard from police at this point, because it's just such a big scene that they're trying to work through. So hopefully we hear from them at any point now. We're here, we'll be live, we'll be waiting, and we'll bring all those updates to you as soon as we get them. Back to you. Of course, the larger the scene, all of those lights, the response from police, we're hearing now the ATF involved, is indicative of how serious in nature this is tonight. We do want to get back out to Keith Daniels at Shock Trauma. We've been saying this, but it's the hospital that you would want to be at tonight with some of the best doctors if there is a serious trauma. And Keith, we do know some of the victims have now been transported there, you're hearing?
That's right, Maxine. Baltimore County Police confirming on social media that, in their words, multiple people have been transported to area hospitals. Now, behind me, the ambulance bay kind of not as full as it was earlier, but before, not too long ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, at least 2 Baltimore County paramedic units were here. Of course, they did not release any close information about what happened here. They would only say they did respond to that shooting. 2 paramedic units here with at least 2 individuals hurt in that shooting. The nature of their injuries unknown at this hour, because we haven't gotten official word from fire officials on who was transported and why were they transported and the nature of their injuries. But as we've been saying, you come to Shock Trauma when you are critically injured. The trauma professionals here work amazingly to get those people's lives, to save lives here, frankly. Again, we don't know the nature of those 2 individuals that arrived here from that shooting, but again, personnel here I spoke with say that they did respond to that shooting, and they transported at least 2 individuals. Again, we're waiting for the conditions of those individuals, waiting to learn, rather, the condition of those individuals. We were told that people were taken to at least Shock Trauma and Sinai Hospital, but again, so far, only 2 individuals arrived here so far this evening. Back to you guys.
All right, Keith Daniels reporting live from Shock Trauma.
They have an incredible survival rate there, and often when big things happen there, we do hear from Dr. Scalea or whoever might be the on-call doctor tonight. When things happen, we will
Shock Trauma, for many people who don't know, it is the premier trauma center in the world. That's not an exaggeration. They have been in documentaries. Dr. Scalea has spoken globally. News crews, documentary crews have come to Shock Trauma, and it is the contracted trauma unit for first responders, for the Baltimore City, County, police and fire departments. So if their firefighters, officers get injured, they are prioritized to go to Shock Trauma because their rate of success is unparalleled.
It is.
Yep.
We're going to go back now to Dr. Tyrone Powers. We continue to check in with him, former FBI agent, providing a lot of insight on what's happening out there on the scene tonight. A big job for police. We have so many different people on the scene tonight between fire, ATF, police. How do they all coordinate with one another?
Yeah, here's the delay that always takes place before you hear a press conference or a press briefing, because you have federal agencies involved, because you have state and local police agencies involved. The first thing you do is you brief the public officials, because the public officials are likely to speak at the press conference, and you're trying to tell them what information they can give out and what information they cannot give out, what information will interfere with the investigation, and what information is designed to help the public become part of the force multipliers to help solve the case. So as first you clear the scene of any danger before you allow public officials in at all, like the county executives, other officials who may come to the scene, police chiefs, whoever else is helping with this particular situation. You abate the immediate threat so that they are safe to be on the scene, because you don't want to not only have to investigate this crime, but play bodyguard at the same time. So you want to make sure it's safe for them to be there. Secondly, because a number of them will be speaking to the public, you want to make sure that you're briefing them on where you are in this particular case, so they don't give away too much information that will harm your investigation, and that they give away and they provide enough information that allow the public to help them. And because you have different agencies, we saw this when we had the snipers in the area. We saw the federal agencies working with the state and local agencies and say, this is the information we're going to give out, this is the information we can't give out, and this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to get the public to be a part of the solution without them being a part of the problem. And this is the information we're going to give the public officials who are not experts in policing, not experts in investigation, so they can participate and get the public to come on board without hindering or hurting the investigation. So that has to take place before you can come before the public. You can set up the podium, you can have the police department or the police chiefs or the police leaders or the police spokespersons could probably speak to it immediately, but when you have public officials there, then you have to have a coordinated response and a coordinated press conference, and you want every agency that is associated with the investigation to have input into what we should say and what we shouldn't say, what we know, what we do not know, so that you don't do more harm than good. So that's what they're doing now. They're coordinating, briefing on what they have, and making it concrete before they bring that to the public to make sure that they don't hinder or hurt the investigation, because they're also collecting evidence and the other things are going on at the same time.
Dr. Power, since this is a mass casualty incident, we're looking at it on the screen like you are as well, I'm sure. How likely is it that because of this big investigation, this response, that this will start to affect maybe at least the school, Pleasant Plains Elementary possibly, or some businesses when morning comes, when the sun comes up? Is that possible? Do you expect that to happen, or possibly not?
It could possibly, depending on what information they get, and depending on who they have in custody. If you still have individuals at large, and clearly it's going to impact the closing of not only possibly schools, because no one want to put anyone in harm's way. If there's a remote possibility that there's individuals still out there. But along with that, there's business cameras, and that has to be collected from businesses. And while some of that is taking place now, that may take place well into the morning or into the wee hours of the night for you to pull that together. And that will impact what is open, what is not open, the ability to collect evidence. You collect as much as you can at the scene now. If there are shell casings, if there are tire marks, if there are other things that are on the scene that you think may remotely be related to this, the worst case scenario for investigators, police officers, police detectives, is to forget to gather up some piece of evidence, open everything up because you're trying to get everything moving again, and you miss a piece of evidence that could have brought this thing to a close or could have identified the origin or the individuals or perpetrators involved. So what police departments have learned, if you have to take longer, the key is to get it right, not to get it done fast. Same thing with the press conference and the press briefing, to bring all those agencies together to make sure they're on one accord, that they're saying the right thing, and that you don't have one police agency saying one thing and then a public official come to the mic and say something else, or a federal agency say something else. What we've learned historically, unfortunately, because of the violence in this country on occasion, all too frequently, to be quite frank with you, is that we have to coordinate the response because it helps with the investigation and it helps with the likelihood of resolving the case in an expedient way and also learning from it so that we can abate the likelihood of it happening in the future.
We are hearing that we could hear from police just about any minute now. They just put out something on X saying right around this time, 9:20. So as you mentioned, sometimes we're wondering, well, what's taking them so long? Or, you know, we are just hoping to get more information confirmed here. But it's very important, as you mentioned, for them.
With theft that occurred at Gold's Gym on Merritt. Color for his jacket and one of the cubbies, and his keys and wallet are missing. I'll get a hold for next shift.
15, I'll be out at the shelter.
21-24.
Can you put me 10-8 and put me on that appointment also, please?
No.
Oh, 11, 12, 11, 13, 11, 10, Pier 43. Call for a flight, 1208 Bridge Crossing Road, 1208 Bridge Crossing, off of Shade Tree and Shady Stone, Apartment L, Larry. ICE advising a female was fighting him, trying to get him to fight her. She won't leave. She had picked up a knife, ran into her room. She has since put it down, is currently hyperventilating. Number 2 female, 22 years of age, wearing a black dress. First name is Philea.
11 direct.
10 on direct.
11, 13 direct.
10-4.
21-25.
1473. Can you pull my unit over here? That's 5 until I talk.
10-4.
$600.
600, go ahead.
800 is going to be putting a request in for K9 to get a gun dog down here to search for some casings for us as well.
Dispatch to 210 or 240.
Dead.
4, 2126.
Dispatch, any available supervisor? Order violation coming in 3510 Melody Lane. It's on 241 Spouse. Got a Michelle calling in, so she has a restraining order against the subject, and they just left the location, just making sure it can hold.
10-4, they said he's left. We should be able to hold for a little bit.
913.
10 for precinct 2.
913.
10-4.
2126.
2126.
Got a call for a past attempted theft from vehicle, 612 Luation Road. Neighbor knocked on the caller's door saying that their vehicle glass window was broken, and they're also saying that someone's circling the block. This was very close in proximity to the personal robbery 1128 is still currently working on. They're saying there's a silver sedan with black tinted windows driving around, and they don't know if maybe it's a suspect or not. But I didn't know if you wanted to hold that or not.
Is there a time frame?
13.
Go ahead. Between 1900 and now.
They can hold.
10-4, precinct 11 for life.
Can you relate, I think it's 1946 to 10 Chest Hill, related to 1952, please? So when 12 clears, you can just clear.
They already associated.
Thank you.
10-4. Where is this?
1109, do we have any lower end in service?
915. If you want to send me that alarm back down, I see there's been a couple others. I'll check it again. 10-4.
I have 27, that's it.
Alright, 10-4, if they're not wanting anything, if they could just hang in the area where that robbery was. I know the suspect did get the victim's keys to the vehicle. And we got to make sure that vehicle isn't taken.
1127 direct. 3145.
3145.
RP 23.
10-4, 2128.
1143, 1145, call for a verbal domestic. 67 Oak Grove Drive, 67 Oak Grove off of Holly and Maple. It's called anonymously, saying that there was a couple fighting. A male had put a 14-month-old inside of the vehicle and then left. Gray, 2025 Honda CRV towards Pulaski.
Okay.
Sorry, 43. If you have somebody else going, you can cancel them. My understanding for left.
1145, you can swing till.
Okay.
1112. 10-4, 11-12, I know you're about to be out. Just for your 43, female no longer has a knife, but just keeps clinging to the collar. They have an open line with them right now.
12, I'm direct.
2129.
Any late cars I can start for a emergency eval. 508 46th Street. The caller said they have a copy of the order at location. It's a white female, 30s, named Rachel.
I'll take my female 95 to Woodlawn, starting 140669.
20-30 hours.
1200.
In the back hall.
42. Can you check that the bus can hold for me?
36 on the high stop.
Good.
1142, I'm sorry, is what can hold for you?
Sorry, I'm not sure what goes.
1140.
Sorry, 43, it's not that good. County Boulevard in Dookie on a silver Toyota Highlander, Virginia tag, Tom Frank Mary 4230. Occupied one time. Maybe two. Looks like two. I'm sorry. That should be fine right now.
1143 will take care of it.
Several. Unit back 12 for emergency eval.
11 off back.
45 in reference. Check with the desk, see if we have the original. We cannot serve a copy.
Precinct 12. Precinct 12. When you get a moment, can you see if you have the original emergency eval for 46th Street? I'll attach it to the call.
10-4. 37 of the Sears truck has some in the area.
Precinct 2.
2142.
'46 and 42 isn't terribly busy. Could I borrow him for some translation, please?
42.
45, he's direct.
42.
22.
Dispatch to Precinct 2.
997, can you please log me off? Have a great night.
7 Bravo.
2910.
Just wanted to make them direct that a Wilkins unit was 76 with a female 95.
14.
Good.
714 units are back for burglar alarm. Commercial 1313 York Road, 1313 York Road, vitamin shop off West Burr and Green Ridge, coming from zone 1 front door perimeter.
22.
10-4, direct.
14 direct, I can advise.
10 thank you. 2133.
2130.
Precinct 12, we located the original.
12 and 11 direct originals at the precinct.
12 and direct. 11 can swing by and pick that up for me.
413, any to back, have to keep the peace at 7932 Dunhill Village Circle, 7932 Dunhill Village Circle off Liberty Road and Washington Avenue. Charles said he's been staying with someone, but she won't open the door. He needs help getting his items. She doesn't want him there anymore. She is a number 1 female, age 59, named Angie Hill. The caller is waiting.
20, I'm at the precinct with it. Don't worry about it.
713.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Yeah, 789, switch off the tap.
10-4, 2134.
46.
709.
09, switching.
Good.
When you run that tag through Virginia, do you get a response or no record on call?
Stand by, I'll check.
3141. 3141, go ahead.
42. If that's the Tom Frank Mary 4230, it comes back to 8101 Dookie Avenue, right where you've got the door stopped.
Could you clear me from this call, please? And I'm going to switch it back to office.
I'm great, thank you.
912, send it down to Hammond, Glenn for code speaking 22.
3141, 10-4. Did you want me to code it CSP, or are you still, or someone else still working on it?
12-10.
2134.
Well, I believe somebody else should be coding it. Right, 2135. 915. Everything's still secure. You might get another one coming in a couple minutes from me opening the main building door, though.
10-4, 2135.
15. I'll just go out this one, and if another one comes in, we can just leave it open.
Unit with the R Mall ID, you just keyed up.
10-4, 2135.
HD1.
Go ahead.
If you could please log me on 5520 is the ID number. I'll be 76 to the scene in Towson with a gun dog and help look for him.
And you said you're HD.
Call for service. They spoke of multiple gunshots at that location. Responding officers responded to that location. The first officer that arrived on the scene found a vehicle on its side, alerted the fire department. The fire department came to the scene and basically took care of the victims at the scene and transported them to the hospital. At this time, we have 10 individuals that have been injured. One's deceased. 9 were transported to the hospital. Right now, our homicide and our Criminal Investigations Bureau are investigating this incident, a mass shooting incident. We have multiple persons that are shot. Right now, we're determining the circumstances and the conditions in this case. With me this evening, we have to my right the administrative officer, DeAndrea Walker. Behind me, I have County Executive Johnny Oshesky. To my left, Fire Chief Joe Dixon and Councilman Ertel. Chief Dixon will speak next in reference to the fire response. In terms of the police department, we are asking that anyone that might have information about this incident to contact Baltimore County Police at 410-887-4636. That's 410-887-4636, and that's that 4636 is info, and that information goes right to our info.
Good evening. As stated, Joe Dixon, Chief of Baltimore County Fire Department. Thank you, Chief. Approximately the same time, hour 7:15, Baltimore County Fire Department was alerted of a fire in the area of Johnson Funeral Home. Responded to the scene. First units on the scene mitigated the fire, and of course now we have victims on the scene, and they rendered treatment as appropriate. So we're proud of our responders. We're proud of our partnership in public safety with Baltimore County and keeping our community safe. Thank you.
Next, we'll have our County Executive, Johnny Oshesky.
Thanks, Chief. Good evening, all. I first want to just thank the men and women of both the Baltimore County Fire and Police Departments for the incredible work they do day in and day out. Their response here is no different. Please, as Chief McCullough has said, if you have any information in regards to tonight's incident, please let them know so that they can bring those who perpetrated tonight's act to justice. I will just say that this is an incident that is shocking, particularly for those of us in Baltimore County. These types of incidents are unheard of here, and so it really shocks the conscience. However, we want our residents to know that we are, as always, fully committed to ensuring that both our fire and police departments have the full support and all the resources that they need from Baltimore County government to ensure that they bring this investigation to conclusion. Obviously, it's very early on, but our hearts go out to anyone who's impacted by violence. We will be supporting our public safety officials in the work ahead, and I just thank them for the work that they're doing now and that is ahead. So with that, I'll open things up to questions for the Chief or others, and appreciate your interest tonight.
I have
Thanks.
a question for the Chief. What led to that car to catch fire? Like, was there some kind of, like, was there a crash first, or was it, like, what led to that fire?
We're still investigating that. What we do know at this time, there appears to be some type of incident that led to the vehicle crashing and catching on fire. Right now, our investigators are looking into the circumstances leading up to that.
Now, was that car stolen, or did it belong to one of the victims?
That's something we're investigating right now. We don't have that information.
And you said 9 injured, 1 dead. Were they all shot, or were some injured in the fire?
Right now, they've been transported to local hospitals. They're being triaged there. We're still determining exactly how many were shot. We do know that there's at least 1 deceased, and we have 9 others who are injured at hospitals. Yes.
Did the shooting happen outside of the funeral home, or was that just where the car was found on fire at the funeral home? And my second question, maybe that were all of
investigating that and trying to determine those circumstances. What we do know is that the vehicle appeared to to flip over at that location. It caught fire somehow. We do know that there's multiple gunshots to the facade of the building. We know that there's some additional scenes that we're investigating right now where other gunfire took place throughout the neighborhood, and that was evidenced by the multiple calls for service from the neighbors who were calling 911 about the gunshots in the community.
Is there a threat to the public?
There's no threat at this time. We believe this to be a targeted incident. That it was isolated. It appears that the individuals in this case somehow knew one another, and that this incident was intentional and targeted towards the individuals that were involved in this incident.
How do you know there's no more threat to the public? If you said that there was multiple calls for gunshots in the neighborhood areas, obviously this event with 10 people being involved, have you made any arrests? Have you apprehended anyone?
Right now, our investigators are investigating this, and we're utilizing all our resources, gathering up evidence, and that includes video evidence and other information that we have in this case. And once again, we are asking the public to call us at 410-887-4633. We will leave no stone unturned, and we will dedicate every resource to this. We don't generally see this type of thing in our communities in Baltimore County. This is an isolated incident, and I assure you as your police chief that we will put all resources towards trying to clear this case.
Do you have an age range for the victims?
Not at this time. We're still working on gathering that information, and we want to make sure that when we do provide that information that it's accurate and complete.
Any gun or weapon recovered from the scene?
At this time, we're still investigating that. We do know that there's some shell casings at this time, but we're not prepared to talk about that evidence at this time.
I have a couple clarifying questions. It's 10 people total involved.
Yes.
9 hurt, 1 dead.
One
correct?
deceased, yes.
Okay, so 10 people total.
Yes.
And then can you clarify the order of events a little bit more? I know you said there was multiple calls for service. Were there shots fired throughout the neighborhood, and then the shooting happened at the funeral home, and then the car, or what order of events did this all happen tonight?
What we do know at this point, there appeared to be some multiple gunshots. It appeared that it was like an ongoing rolling type of gun situation that led up to the funeral home, and it ended right there at the funeral home. So it was along that street and in that location.
So were they
more than one shooter?
I'm very sure that we'll be investigating this well into the morning when we could have more daylight and we can look at the scene even more. But our crime lab, our investigators, homicide investigators, our entire team will be working on this throughout the night.
How many were pulled from the car?
I don't know at this time.
Was this connected to a funeral in progress at the funeral home? Or?
No. The funeral home appeared to be closed at the time, so we don't believe that it was associated to any type of funeral at that funeral.
There weren't any kind of viewing. We had just gotten a viewer tip that it might have been connected to the homicide of Andrew Blessing. Is that?
At this time, we don't know all that. We have to investigate that. So.
All right, one more question, then we're going to finish up here. Anyone else?
Just some clarity. You said it's an isolated and targeted incident, and that the individuals knew each other. Is it all 10 individuals that knew each other?
Right now, we're trying to, unwind and determine all that stuff. We're working through the evidence. Of course, we're going to have to interview everybody that's involved and speak to all the witnesses and determine the different roles in this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Appreciate it.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales event, the Agile X3.
please. And did anybody volunteer for the overtime?
Negative, no one volunteered.
Switch it.
11, go ahead. Precinct 11.
10, go for him.
He keyed up, trying to figure out what he was going to say.
410, any available supervisor on the channel, guys?
425, go ahead.
1109. Have everybody check in with me before they go 42, please.
Precinct 2.
All units on the channel, check in with dispatch before you go 42. Time is 21:46.
S6, updated info.
Just received a fight, 4739 Hawkesbury Road. Callers advising people were arguing. Caller heard 4 loud pops.
2, go ahead.
Precinct 11, go ahead.
Just make sure direct one calls at the side with that female.
Male subject 30s. All right.
We have one in processing right now. 10 for all, let them know they have to stand by. 21:46.
The same for this call, yeah. Complaining is going to call back tomorrow. They're going to be closing up. 214, could you log me off, please? Have a good night.
10-4, 12:47.
43, I'm direct. I've just talked to somebody that's supposed to be coming back here. I'm not sure which party I'm getting, but I'm getting somebody coming back here.
10 for you as well, 21:47.
Well, if you get the green Honda vehicle, it's going to have the male, the female, and the child in the car, not the caller I'm talking to now.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Can you send Lenotion Road, please?
11:27, I'm sorry, you came in low. Can you use 9?
Send Lenotion Road, please.
10-4.
112, you're going to have to stand by. They got one processing.
42, you can send out Oak Grove Drive.
For the school.
21:47. Dispatch 825.
Essex, I apologize. Another update. Turning right off the Middle River on Transverse.
K95, can you assign me the call on line, please?
10-4. 10-4.
Can you put 15 on this? She's going to search once we get in the precinct.
825, Red Park, Phil, supervisor.
615. 13, can you make us primary, please? 41, can you log me off? Have a good night.
10-4.
25.
21:48.
46. 10, I still have 115 assigned to the other one. I'll clear her off of that and put her on yours.
11:43.
And I appreciate 42's assistance. 33.
Did you still need the phone number from that one previous I told you about?
Direct on shift change. 2 calls coming in. Assault just occurred at Walmart on Prairie Hills Road. A customer attacked an employee and a neglect call. White Marsh Boulevard and 695. Vehicle in front of the caller with the baby sitting in the front seat.
Sorry, you're cutting out right in the beginning.
I think I got it squared away. Thank you, though.
10-4.
10-4.
I'll be clearing. I appreciate 42's assistance.
21:48.
10, listen to the free to go to that cycle.
11:40, or any available supervisor.
11:40.
No, not yet. Dispatch to any unit that can clear and start to 4739 Hawkesbury advise. And 410, we only received that one call on it.
No units available holding a commercial beanie alarm for Fruitland Produce Market on Eastern Boulevard.
Okay, that's where we're going on. You can hold it.
21:49.
13 can grab off that piece call.
10-4, 413.
13, go ahead.
I know that you're out, but I need to, authority of 410, free you up from that piece call and send you down another incident.
4.
I'm just going to preempt you at this time.
426, you're going to touch me. I was already 76.
Okay, I didn't get anything over the air for you, but I did send you a copy.
Precinct 11. I know you guys are a little busy down there, but I sent down 1131's call. Got a position if you can verify, please. 2150.
Sam, do you have anybody at Oak Grove with that one unit?
1142 is 76 right now.
Direct.
2150.
Essex, latest update. They're in the alley in Oak Grove. They're just turning off Lamont Boulevard.
413, were you director? Do you need the information for Hawkesbury?
Sounds like they're coming back to me. This must be the lady I talked to.
Direct.
Fire rate. 2150.
Alright, I have 42, 12, and 29 to attack with.
1142, 1112, and 1129 direct.
Switch.
1129. Can you switch attack for 1109?
Sure.
1109, 3 units are on attack.
Thank you.
2125 Coxborough, right for the wild circuit.
10-4 potential, if you can just run the name.
There's no name on there.
Sorry, what's the sound X? I can't put anything from meters into CAD. If you repeat it back to me, I'll add it to the call. Julian, Marcus, Curtis.
Did we just have that one call so far?
Last name.
Yes, it's just one call.
Last name Curtis.
First name.
Julian, first name, middle name Marcus. Mary, Adam, Robert, Tom, Adam, Zebra.
And the day of birth.
And the only description they had was a number one female, early 30s, pinstripe pajamas. There was a second suspect in dark clothing, and they were on the scene out in the back of the location. Nothing further.
12/13/1992.
609. Seen and raised unit with Corporal Langford.
Julian Curtis, 121392, male, black or white.
915, 930, 910 for your 43 oncoming units. Urgent welfare check 12447 Bel Air Road 12447 Bel Air off of Gramercy Park and Open Bible Way. It's calling from Montgomery County PD. They're requesting a wellness check. They got a call from a Jenna for a Nicholas who posted a threat to kill himself. It's a 34-year-old white male. Nothing further.
Oh, actually, the other person was a black male, 30s, with a hat and dark clothing.
25. I'll head down towards you.
Number 1 male.
915. I'm direct. Did we get a call there earlier today?
2153.
Thank you.
2153.
1674 if you did. The homeowners there have no idea where he's at.
10-4. Supervisor direct.
910. I'm direct.
Do you want unit C still respond or do you want to hold it?
They can hold it. We're off early cars coming out.
10-4, 915, 930, 22.
50. I'm direct. Thank you.
2154.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Nothing different for that subject.
1131 direct.
31 direct, thank you.
Dispatch 1140.
1140.
Still no available units. I have a physical domestic, 48 Warren Road. Caller said that their boyfriend's intoxicated and fighting with them. Doesn't specify any further. Is that okay to hold for now?
Yeah, 10-4. We share units.
2155.
You don't have 45 also?
Negative. I have no early cars locked on right now, and all I have you, since it's going to be your squad, this cardiac arrest on Marlin will be priority 4.
Check on that.
2155.
One, we're clearing now. Send us where you need us.
Start over for cardiac arrest for now until we get early cars logged on. 717 South Marlin Avenue, 717 South Marlin off of Lee and Friars.
210. Are you showing 210C still logged on by chance?
10-4. You want me to go ahead and get them logged off?
10-4. It's giving me a weird error I haven't seen before when I was trying to log on. So if you could log them off.
Hey, 10-4. Try again. I'll just log them off for you.
And it worked. Thank you.
or 2156?
26, 123.
Ten four. Channel's going to be 10-3 until 426. Can advise 2157.
609. Earlier this evening, we had a call for a weapons incident involving a middle school. Can I get the CC for that, please? 625 responded.
10-4, stand by. And 609, just want the report number or the incident number.
I'll take both, please.
Report number 24-352-0310. And I have the incident number 2024-1217-1809. 2157. checking on you.
13 Delaware, room your person.
Channel still 10-3, 2158.
One 113 when you clear your check location. 110 for your information. Call total personal robbery. 27 Delray Avenue, 27 Delray. Crushy Wallerson in Southmont. 1017 is a John saying that a subject snatched his computer from location. Vehicle the suspect was in was a black sedan. I have no further, waiting for further.
Go ahead.
Circle.
Units on Hawkesbury, checking on you.
You log me on manually for now. ID 6576. And we're going to be running up cars to Towson. Where's 10-4?
10-4, 2200.
14-8, where's your rifle? Take copy when you log on.
Channel still 10-3, 2200.
10.
927A, same message. I reckon.
2210.
10-4, 2200.
26. You making their 10s.
Ten three, no tones. 425 direct, 2200.
490, have something showing?
Okay.
God.
I have nothing from the rear. All I have is one light on upstairs.
Is 28 still here?
10-4, 1128.
4 Nyack, nothing from the rear, one light on upstairs.
Parkville supervisor.
28, yeah, I'm still here. I'm in the parking lot.
Channel still 10-3, no tones.
I'm good.
Yeah, 10-4.
1147, you can switch.
2111. You can mark me 10-8 from the scene down on Langford. If you could switch me over to Towson.
10-4, 2209.
A couple calls coming in. Two 1050s at Oakley and Perry. One is a PI, one is a PD. Another 1050 PD at Perry and Putty Hill. A verbal domestic 3443 Santee Road. And that's it for Parkville.
I'm there. 1211.
2201.
Yes. In mileage 6795.
813, I can start to the crash.
10-4, sending it down.
113, we talked to a couple neighbors. No one knows what we're talking about. We're going to call the complainant back.
Okay, could you list the 10-3? It's going to be at Oakley and Perry. 2 vehicles involved. A green Ford Ranger pickup and a black Audi sedan.
Well, you can list it.
Dispatch volume is 10-3, has been listed 30 of 413, 2201.
Can you get an RA from the call, please?
And it actually looks like on this one, the driver is saying the other driver fled, but the vehicle is still on scene.
413, you want me off, please?
4 thanks.
Table.
2600. 13 is on a call back. Are there any previous calls like this, like possible swatting or anything?
Let me check.
813, I'm not sure if aviation is still working in Towson. If they're available, they can swing by this call and K9 can monitor.
Hang on, I'm trying to find.
There aren't any direct hits at this location. It seems to be hitting on the caller's name. It's multiple calls. Multiple calls for that name and phone number.
Doris, is there anything like this type of nature?
I don't think so. I'm going to have to go through them and see what I can find.
Doris, thank you.
Aviation on time for Parkville, or switch to Parkville.
Aviation Parkville's available?
And a Parkville.
413, we got no answer. Want to see if the precinct can call from their landline.
Precinct 4.
Andre.
2203.
So you can send down Hampshire Glen for codes if you want.
Aviation for Parkville if you're available.
127, I'm sending down the death call for 30-19 Hollands Ferry Road, across the city line. Security Officer Anderson called in a subject that was trying doors, carrying a box. He was transferred to the precinct at 20:51 hours. Call's been on hold since then.
30. You can send down 900 Coleridge to me for codes. Looks like she doesn't want us to call her back.
925 or White Marsh Supervisor.
230, I'm sorry, I had some background. Which call did you want me to send now?
925, go ahead.
900 Coleridge. Right over, 2204.
In reference to the incident earlier, 7914 33rd Street, the second party is calling, advising the friend of the homeowner stole items from her.
10-4.
2204.
Get 943.
1225.
Go ahead.
827.
Go ahead, 825.
Can you stop the incident in Calca, please? I'll be 36.
Somebody crash at Pine Parkway and Putty Hill. You bring me back over to Dundalk and 76 back from Towson.
10-4, 2205.
Precinct 4 is going straight to voicemail.
813, it's going to be the northbound side pairing at Oakley.
10-4, 413 drive.
10-4, we're not coming up with anything.
10-4, 2205.
10-4, 2205.
813, when you're ready for a suspect description.
You can go ahead when you're ready.
Number 1 male, he's wearing a black puffy jacket. He fled down Oakley towards the ShopRite. He's probably about 6 foot tall. Nothing for
10-4, number 1 male wearing a black puffy jacket, about 6 foot tall, last seen down Oakley towards ShopRite, 2206.
Four 26, teammate 13 prior.
10-4.
Can you run the tag, the suspect vehicle? Let me know the address in the back too.
Where are we running?
3rd Maryland, 7 George Henry, 5892.
10-4, standby.
Special 210.
10.
Dispatch to 310.
325 in.
813. It's negative for a black Audi 2017, registered to a Gregory Lucas, address 2304 Wanderview Road in Lutherville.
And represented as past family disturbance on Summit Avenue. Ms. Bernadette said that her 12-year-old had left the location and was a Sky phone without her permission. She's now advising that the subject has returned and she's requesting PD to 22. Would you still want me to send out an oncoming car to make sure that they have returned safely, or just have the desk coded?
Negative. Someone's going to have to go out and just verify.
Alright, 2208.
325, we have a call coming in for a psych patient, 9219 Grossmill Drive. Caller said her aunt suffers from Alzheimer's, is being violent. She's 91 years old. Medics are attached, but they're staging for police. There's no weapons or anything. Those close to shift change. You want me to start units to this, or?
Okay, 10-4. Can you just go ahead and put these 2 vehicles, one for 71, please? Please be logging on shortly.
What's the model for the Audi and the damage for both?
10-4, 2208.
10 them.
413, 10-4, 2209.
10-4, ma'am. It's an Audi A Adam 6. Front end damage, airbags deployed, and then I have a green Ford Ranger pickup, Maryland 8 Victor 34101. That one's going to have heavy front end damage.
10-4, precinct 8.
609, unit with Officer Pacelli, 25, me at Lock Raven and White Oak.
Unit direct.
27.
10-4, 2209.
609, can I have the unit with Officer Clapp at 25 at White Oak and Lock Raven?
Unit with Officer Clapp.
Walk out now, sir.
2210.
Precinct 8.
Go ahead.
Do you need a tow started for these vehicles?
10-4.
Three TFC.
325, see, go ahead.
And would you be able to switch me back to this talk group from South on my MDT?
Hello. Send us to Warren, right?
10-4.
27, I'm heading over with him.
2211 hours.
12, I think, coming around.
10-4 coming down.
You can let 10 know it's not going to be a robbery, just a theft.
827. This crashing I'm on is on Towson side.
I'm aware they're probably busy. I'm going to swing by and speak to them real quick to make sure they're okay. They're off the side of the road. Then I'll hit down at 813.
10-4, 2211.
110.
10 on direct, thanks.
And 87. You have 813 golf on tag.
I'm sorry, you were multiple tonight.
You have 813 golf on tag.
813, switch up. Dispatch 813, direct to switch up.
From there, give me 1 second.
10-4, 827, stand on.
4.
Twelve. 112C. He's a medic to this location, 995, is complaining of wrist and ankle pain.
87. Can you just add a comment on this call? This is going to be on southbound turn just prior to Buddy Hill.
10-4. Requesting a medic to precinct 2, 2213.
10-4, 2213.
Precinct 8 to Thomas Oakley.
Hi, mate, you locked me off. Have a good one.
10-4.
22-9. Correction, 2214.
Precinct 8, you can 22 that.
10-4, I let the dispatch know.
813, Oakley's direct.
2210, go ahead.
14, you can notes on it.
10 for 2214.
Be advised, I was relieved by 09. The staging area at Immaculate Heart has been closed down.
Station area at Immaculate Heart closed down. 10-4, 2214.
813. We might have the suspect, but he's like failing to stop right now. Walking in the middle of the street appearing.
30. 13, you want me off? Have a good one.
10-4, 827, what's your ETA to get to 813?
Go ahead.
10 for you as well, 2215.
You log me off and have a good night.
Car 1, I'm a Cleary. I'll be 1042. Get your same message.
Car 1, 10-4.
10 for.
2215. Hey, 12. I just was able to get my car. Where's A13 at?
Oakley and Pairing. 813, checking on you.
A30. 813, I'm 10-4. 2 house units stopping for me in the median.
10-4.
114. See then the theft call for the Walgreens. 6401 Frederick. 6401 Frederick. Crossing to Maple. 1017 is a Cheryl. Reference to a subject. Came in, took $200 worth of items. Left location.
What's in them direct?
10.
Have a call in for road rage, 1300 Robin Road. Caller said another subject yelled at her nephew, beeped his horn at him, and threatened to kill him. No weapons. Suspect was in a black Honda, left the scene towards Shamrock. Do you want to hold this for oncoming or?
Precinct 8, you can send down the suspicious vehicle at Longer Pike, the vehicle left.
Yeah, come on.
10-4, send it down, 2217.
10-4, 2217.
311, you can send down the citation.
311, 10-4.
Sorry, what?
Stand by.
County Cal.
Go ahead.
Can you let PSP and Crime Lab know we're about to pull up, please?
PSP.
PSP, I'm direct.
Crime Lab on the channel, direct.
Crime Lab, we're direct.
Explain situation.
Go ahead.
812, I'll be out with 13.
10-4, 2218.
Can you log me on manually, please, and hold me out at the incident house?
10-4, 2218.
$45. I'm going to be transporting one male from shock trauma to headquarters. Starting mileage is going to be 12099.
10 for 2219.
114.
2017. 23 at the Walgreens. It looks like they're closed for the night. Corey still checking in for 11 hours.
I'm sorry, 10-9.
No, 2219.
Oh, no, I know. Everybody can go 42 when they're not.
217, direct.
I am direct.
2029.
Two 245 the back, start for 1050. Rolling Road and Liberty Road, rolling on Liberty. Gotta go ahead and call it in. So he was rear-ended. A black 2024 Kia Telluride and a black Nissan Rogue. So far, no injuries. They're on Liberty at the intersection. 2220.
Yep. 41, you can cancel 45. Direct.
2221.
14, the child's back home safe and sound.
10 for 200.
7-4, thank you for checking.
2221.
1240.
1240, go ahead.
I'll be clear, Pleasant Plains. Can you switch me back to Dundalk, please?
10-4, 2222. The client called back said that the 91-year-old is being violent. She'll be at the door to let responders in. It's apartment B, boy 2.
10-4.
You can just start up with 311.
27, I guess.
10-4, 2223.
No, 26. It's in that past threat. I mean, the past left. 33rd Street.
10-4, 2224.
Precinct 4. Can you send me Greensbury and Smith? I handle that.
10-4 coming down. 2224.
N320.
Go ahead.
What was the time of dispatch for this? I'm at another address looking at video surveillance.
19, 14 hours.
Couple calls coming in. Check location for open line 13305 Long Green Pike. A suspicious vehicle 4 Farmington Court and an intoxicated subject 2910 Willoughby Road.
311, I'll be out.
10-4.
2228.
What are the remarks on the intox?
813 more time for
Marking time 2228. 809 is intoxicated female coming to the door multiple times now at another neighbor's house down the street. 2229.
Call 27, call 29, respond for suspicious condition, 1501 Merritt Boulevard, 1501 Merritt, cross to Ives in German Hill, at the Bank of America. Bank of America, Clayton pulled up to the ATM, saw a man in a mask near the location. The top part of the ATM was up. Possible black man.
40, whenever it is information,
Come here.
10 for 2230.
Okay, it's going to be a possible black male. No name, black or gray mask, dark blue clothing. 1225 also direct.
25 over tracking time. 813, you can let the desk know. It's going to be the registered owner of the Audi.
Precinct 8.
Suspicious condition, 1501 Merritt Boulevard. Caller said at the Bank of America, pulled up to the ATM, saw a man in a mask, knew the location, and the top part of the ATM was up.
2231.
10-4.
The unit's responding to the Bank of America. It's going to be either a white Nissan or Honda SUV. 2231. $311, checking on you.
10-4.
10-4, 2231.
Oh, 1142, 1112, start for a physical domestic. 2 Aiken Circle, 2 Aiken Alpha Albert. A woman called in for her brother. He called her saying that his child's mother was threatening to put her hands on him, and he's saying that she did. There's an infant in the house. Number 1 female, 24 to 25 years of age. Goes by the name of Day. Caller is currently 76 to the location to pick up her brother. Looks like they were arguing over the phone as well.
12. Is that 42? B or C or E?
42A.
Oh, okay.
311 medic can come in. 10-4.
10-4, 2232.
That's for me.
For 1142A.
10-4.
2233.
41. Can you hold me on Melody, please?
10-4.
37.
1227, 10-4. 2234.
On 27, you can send the test on Washington Boulevard.
10-4, sir. Coming down.
They're actually complaining.
Wait, so you say you need the number for the complaint?
Well, there's a precinct out here in McCall. There's nothing wrong with an 80 ATM too.
Precinct 12.
12.
27C.
Can you get a moment? Can you call the complaint for 1501 Merritt Boulevard
Go ahead.
and see what their 20 is?
Go, please.
4.
2236.
Three two seven.
327, go ahead. 311.
10-4. I'm looking in right now.
10-4. 2238.
Precinct 12. He has since left Bank of America.
27 right.
I'm doing 8, and so.
Go ahead.
It's 27. We figured out there's actually a technician that was on the side servicing the ATM.
I'm on Timonium and Green Spring with a silver Honda Accord, Maryland license plate 9 Adam Nora 5797.
I got on direct on my technician.
10-4, if I can get you the stuff that's flying with Green Spring.
We're 2-man unit will be 10-4.
10-4. 45 units in back, start for NBC, 8201 Liberty Road, 8201 Liberty at Marriott's Lane in Langria. Call advising some drivers trying to leave, and there is a vehicle stuck in the fence. Give us back 45.
1110.
45, we're about to clear roll.
Zipper.
10.
Get a lot of noise complaint on bridge crossing. It's just loud music.
10 for the calls.
And whoops, while I have you, am I good to log off 1110C?
Yes, ma'am.
2240.
41, I'm direct on the 1050.
About 2240 hours.
$29. Who do you have doing the domestic on Aiken?
$10-4. 2241.
27, I just cleared up. Send it down to me, cancel out of squad.
1112 and 1142A, you both can 22.
Opportunity.
$1143A.
43.
Would you be able to relieve 1131 for this cardiac arrest at your post?
10-4.
Ten four.
$12.
Go ahead. $1145, $1142, since you down a commercial beanie alarm. 160 Eastern Boulevard and 106 Eastern off of Eugene and Marie. Came from a front motion detector for Fruitland Produce Market, drop time 21:39.
Could you have fire report come out here? We have a ton of oil on the road.
10-4. 2244. 1142A direct. 2244. 1140.
1140. $45C. I'll be at it. Headquarters. Heading mileage is going to be 121
12114.
10-4. 49 direct.
2244.
10-4. 2244.
Thanks so much.
609.
Do we have one or two officers that can go to Lock Raven and Joppa and relieve? We have some SROs at that location that need to be in school tomorrow morning. Check with Officer Brown, see if one or two would suffice at that location.
Dispatch Officer Brown.
7402. Probably just one with a few cannons, maybe.
1443. I'll move up there and take care of it.
10-4, 1443. Take care of it. 2247.
Thank you.
72. Thank you, 09.
609 direct. You're welcome, sir.
2411, thank you as well.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your help.
2247.
Ten four 2248.
$21.11.
2111.
Drop me up a processing call for headquarters whenever you're ready.
10-4, go ahead.
It's going to be a vehicle here at headquarters down in the garage. Reference CC is going to be 24352-0318. And already direct.
10-4, 2249.
3145.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just making numbers up since we got so many of us. Can you go ahead and log me on, and then that call request they just put in, you can assign that to me, please?
10-4, 2249. 712. Send out that residential burglar alarm on Saddle Creek. They advise they receive proper codes and they want to cancel.
712 total.
2249. $30.45.
Go ahead.
So it looks like someone's already logged on at 3145.
Okay, let's go up one number. 3146.
Sample.
$74.02.
7402, go ahead.
29 myself and 27 will be out.
For you, when you can send me 1050.
2250.
10 for 2250.
Try to find out from, I think it was 612, find out if these are his cones here at Lock Raven and Joppa.
12 on the channel.
689. Those cones go to 612 vehicle.
7402, direct.
813.
Okay, was that Officer Bullen?
Go ahead, 813.
That one.
Alright, were these your cones? You want me to hold on to them, or?
I'll be transporting number 1 mail back to the 8. Starting is 59235.
I think send me a copy of that one.
10-4, 2251.
10-4, 2251.
You can just keep them out there if they're still needed. I'll pick them up after the scene breaks down.
Okay, 10-4, thanks. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
No problem.
610 to 7402. Are you opening up there, or are you just asking who's cones there? We're not opening up. We're just being relieved. Another track unit's going to take my spot.
Okay, yeah, we're just going to take all the cones back. We're not going to be able to figure out whose they are tonight, and we'll just divvy them up tomorrow during day work and night work.
1143C and 1142C checking on you guys.
10-4.
Okay, we're still here. We'll probably be clearing out here in a few minutes.
10-4, 2252.
Go ahead.
Can you log me on manually and then just hold me back out at Putty Hill and Lock Raven?
Buddy here on Lock Raven, 10-4.
$314, $329 in back. I have a verbal family disturbance at 9600 Groveton Circle. 9600 Groveton, Crosby Dead End Atrium Court. So apartment 309. She tells that she's having a domestic situation with her daughter. Daughter's number 1 female, age 33, no weapons.
314 direct.
329 direct.
813, 1023. Ending is 59236.
Time is 2253.
10, 2253.
Well, you can hold me out. I can't see video.
10 for any other units still headed out to the accident on Liberty Union 22, 2254.
8210. Can you block up a solar road by the church? Move their car within County 2, trying to get through to get the car picked up.
Unit whose vehicle's blocking near the church.
There's a job walk over there and get through. I think it's the 1130 car.
467 Dory Circle.
$311. You can send me down the family verbal, make me primary.
41, I'm going to need a hook when you're ready for... I got one.
10 for God, what's up?
311, 10-4, 2256.
314, cancel. No, squad all back, 11.
10-4, 329, you get 22.
These are nice one. 8 over John. 2161, it's black. Heavy rear end damage.
329 direct tonight.
Time is 2256.
10 for precinct 2.
$428. You can send me down Randall Ave. Can you just double check the repo one more time for me?
Precinct 2.
10-4, stand by.
2, go ahead. Sent you down a copy of 241's call, if you could hit the report button and start at 51. 10-4. 2257. Two, Tilton, New Windsor.
428, total repost, still negative.
241 direct.
10-4.
Time is 2258.
45, I'm with me, he's direct.
Alright, thank you. 2258.
$41.
241, go ahead.
If you send me a medic for a number one female, 30 years old, 22 years old, complaining of side impact injury, not just breathing.
2259.
1228, 1226 for a intoxicated subject. I-48, 46th Street. There's a male laying on the sidewalk. White male, 40s, blue jacket, light colored jeans.
2000, I can apply. 600.
$27. You send down Redgate Circle.
10 for 2302.
I'm sorry, 20. You can actually print me off this.
2303.
Read and Hobie Alley 1046.
10-4, what's your 20?
Wrangling at 140. You can just use this red Chevy Silverado, Maryland. 4 Frank David 4810, and give me a 29 on that, please.
10-4. $329. It's negative, valid. Comes back on the Chevy Silverado, listed to Angelica Pinto, address 345 Timber Grove Road in August Mills. 329, checking on you.
Okay,
10-4, 2305.
$311, can you have some guests call our complainant and have it open the door, please?
She actually is on the line with 911, said the daughter left and requested to cancel. You still want me to have Beth open the door to talk to her?
Yeah, that's okay.
10-4, 2306.
And 20. You can cancel medic.
713 minutes, I'm ready.
So,
Go ahead.
$926. I just sent down Walmart Petrie Way for codes. They call back request on 22.
926,
2307.
And I have 14 with me as well. Are you working for Donia with a black Toyota Matrix, Maryland 10 Tech, Hey Adam 04275 Henry 8.
2307.
Right, sir. You can send that to go to
several. $329. You can start me one more out here so we can push this car into the Franklin parking lot.
10-4 unit to help 329 with the 1046 at Franklin Boulevard in Ricestown.
I'll head that way.
828, 827, verbal domestic, 3443 Santee Road, 3443 Santee off Mitnick and a dead end. The complainant Dolores advising the daughter was in an altercation with the boyfriend.
10-4, 2308.
Hey, wait, direct.
Some direct.
2308.
Yeah, back in 246, switch up.
246.
Switch.
And 213, gonna send out his check location. Looks like you can actually just code it for 3601 Briarstone, the Center for Social Change. Looks like it was just a hang-up call. Now one call back in, spoke with a complainant who stated that it was a mistake, said they verified the address, but they didn't know the phone number.
311, 314 in the back, 310 or 325 343. Have a suspicious condition. 9353 Town Place Drive, 9353 Town Place, Washington Cross Mill Drive and Muse Drive. Diane said a 14-year-old female approached her crying with a book bag, told her she was having trouble at home. She asked the caller for a ride. The caller took her to an address. The caller feels uneasy about it, not sure she did the right thing. This is a number one female, age 14, wearing a Christmas hat, red sweatshirt, has short curly hair.
10-4.
314 direct.
2500.
Time is 23:10 hours.
7 up.
Go ahead.
And 228, now the unit to back, 225 843, intoxicated subject at the Shell, 6600 Security Boulevard, 6600 Security, Upper Whitehead and Woodlawn, Got a Jackie calling in, so there's an intoxicated male asleep in front of the door. Still waiting for a description.
714 is out with 13. 28 Alpha.
Yeah, sorry about that.
11, you can send down Wandering Pike.
23 tech.
10-4, 23-10.
11, you can send down the urgent check.
10-4, 23-10.
27, Suffolk Police here. Apparently the caller found his belongings and already left. I'll be sending you codes.
Sample.
812, you can send down Farmingham.
23-10.
411, since down the road rage I was holding for 1300 Robin Road, across to the Shamrock and Glenvale. Caller said that his nephew was involved in a road rage incident. Other driver was beeping the horn and threatening to kill the nephew. No weapons were involved. Suspect was a black Honda Accord, had passenger door damage. Time is 2311.
712 R stop.
Go ahead.
We'll be on Jarrettsville Pike at Delaney Valley Road with a dark gray Volkswagen GTI, Maryland tag, 7 Frank Boy, 0309, Malvas.
2311.
I'll be out.
10 for turning yourself.
Nine 28 on the theft at Ollie's 8804, Pulaski Highway 8804 Pulaski off of CSX Railway, Rossville Boulevard, for a female that stole and left in a vehicle. Connect time is 2117. 2313.
Next time we're ready.
I'm sorry, sir. Repeat.
Mary, stop when you're ready.
44, you can send it down.
Go ahead.
Several.
712, I'll be to
2214.
20.
Franklin Road and Bar Bates Way for Black Honda Accord, Maryland tag, 1 Albert Frank 8604.
28. Several.
7191.
Go ahead.
You get an attachment to this housing card. I'll be following a vehicle to headquarters. 28, he's going from Census.
10 for 2315.
Direct 2315. 725. Any available supervisor?
725.
7402 Keto. Got a call for odor or smoke, fire 76. Can they advise?
Accidental.
I'll be back out of the show. You walk back over here.
Tech 12316.
Temple.
2316.
10 for 2316.
928 going to preempt you. Be back 929 on a disturbance call, 4937 Hazelwood Avenue, 4937 Hazelwood at the Hazelwood Inn, Arthritic in Amelia. Layton's Anonymous advising there's a female and a male arguing at the location, in and out of vehicles. The only thing is listed is a silver sedan and a silver and gray vehicle. Nothing further.
2900.
2316.
Oh, yeah, I might need an answer control. I'll start up close.
2317.
No, 13A. Can you log me off? I'm going to log back onto the KDT.
10 for 2317.
715, I'm sorry.
715, go ahead.
913A. Actually, which vehicle are you in? You can log in over top of it.
Wait a minute, 13 vehicle?
Honda Accord, Maryland, 7, Frank Robert, 050,
10 for 2317.
You said 7 Frank Robert. What was the last digit? Good echo.
0502.
2317.
$927A. I'm going to be logging on in 927 vehicle.
10 for 2318.
Mikhail.
County phone. You let PSB and Crime Lab pull up, please.
913, 912. Sitting on an unknown trouble. 711, 9601 Philadelphia Road, 9601 Philadelphia, off Barron Place. The complainant, Lucky, advising a male told him to call 911, stating he's injured. The black male, 30 to 40, is wearing a light blue hoodie, black hat, blue jeans, and red socks. Medics are not attached.
PSB Crime.
Temple.
10 for
15 on 10 4.
2319.
2319. 827, which call are you on?
7. I'm 23 on Santee.
10 for 2319.
2111 direct. Crime Lab direct.
3146 direct.
10 for 2319.
State 11, going to preempt you, and if there's a unit that's able to clear and start, just have a call coming in as a residential burglary. 8604 Summit Avenue, 8604 Summit, off of Hist Avenue in Burrell. Kevin advising the parents at the location speak Chinese, advising there's a stranger at the parents' door trying to open the door. A black female wearing a black coat, light jeans with long blonde hair.
11. 325, you can send me a copy. I'll start over.
7. Send me a copy as well.
26, you can send Redgate down for code. 11, is that going to be anywhere near that intoxicated subject call that we got?
Actually, it is. It looks like it's right around the corner.
Definitely on radar.
And so, Mickey from her.
Go ahead. 10-4, 2321.
I'm at Piney Valley and East Ammonium. Behind a black Infinity EX37, Maryland, Frank 2093, followed by
2321.
226, which call? 10-4, 2321.
I'm 10-4.
2322.
Hey, 28, you came in a little muffled to mine.
You can give me a via Summit.
10-4, 2321.
I'm out.
2325.
Hey, 11 out.
2326.
Yeah, there's nothing showing out front. Yeah, get you got back.
10-4, 2326.
111, 114, or verbal domestic. 215 Medwick Garth. 215 Medwick Garth. Cross Street, Medwick Garth North. 1017 is Natasha. Purpose to a male subject causing a disturbance at location. Waiting for further.
1212, it's in a past assault, 1931 Dundalk Avenue. Caller said they got slapped by a random person 15 minutes ago.
13, you can make a primary.
13 Temple.
12, right there. The subject left. She was last seen walking back toward Willoughby, so she's probably out walking around the neighborhood again.
7. The rest on there. She's going down for what?
10-4, 2327.
.484, you sitting on traffic.
7.
Okay, Gabby.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the description was on the call, but it's a black female in a black puffy jacket, she has blonde hair. She should be easy to spot.
2328.
10-4, black female, black puffy jacket, blonde hair. 2328.
7. Dark on there. 7. Can you check with 811? Just make sure we don't have a problem there, please.
Negative. She was just crying, banging on the door. She does appear intoxicated. There's a ring video camera. I'm assuming from the other calls she's probably just intoxicated and lost.
11, sent on a past vehicle class on 216 Social Next backup, 3436 Carriage Hill Circle, 3436 Carriage Hill, Public Exit Drive and Coachman Court, Sony Apartment 203. Miss Anaya is calling in, said her guest vehicle is missing, dark gray 2022 Kia sedan with Florida tags. No time frame, and she does not have any suspect information. Stand by and I'll check the tow recall board. 2329.
Thank you. Just have units keep a check in the area. And dispatch just advise if we get any other calls so I can check on the well-being.
10-4, 2329.
Well, my next backup for that.
329. That's been 11's call. Notify me if any calls come in on my post, please.
10-4, 2329.
It's 211 first, and then it would be you.
That's for you, primary.
2330. And 212 to 11 in reference. Tow vehicle is going to be negative so far.
7.
913.
Go ahead.
Visuals are arrived at the hospital. I'll be transport 1. Starting mileage 48832.
10-4, 2330.
You can send back down long range bike.
10-4, 2331.
28. I'll be giving a courtesy ride to this guy from this location, Stevenson Avenue. Starting is going to be 123969. Okay.
10 for 2331.
2331.
Hey, Chief, you can do that Willoughby call to this current call, please.
10 for 2332. Testimony units, Hazelwood Inn.
First 10 4, there's nothing showing.
10 for 2333. A 28 on this pass hit and run occurred at Walmart, Perry Hills Road. The complaint is requested in 17 at Cashel Court, number 6, Cashel. Occurred earlier today, around 5 o'clock. 2234.
913, I need mileage of Franklin Square, 48833.
10 for 2334.
C, I'm clear of health. If you could switch my CAD area back to placement, please.
412C, 10 4, 2335.
912, you can start with medics overdose. 5338 10Z Audrey Court, 5338 10Z Audrey, off of Dead End and Handwin Way. Stefan advising there is a subject having a drug overdose, 32-year-old male, conscious and breathing.
912 10
23.
27, send down the theft at Holly's. They're closed. I'll get your codes.
10 for 24.
For 11, 12 at 22, the vehicle's clear.
10 for 12, 212. 2336.
314.
314, A, go ahead.
Is it possible you can check with the Woodlawn dispatcher? Do they have a report for a missing juvenile at this time?
Let me see, stand by.
28.
Okay.
My ending mileage 123,972.
2337.
913 Narcan has been administered. 2337.
2337.